Who is the GOAT of Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, the NBA has LeBron James. In a similar manner, Yu-Gi-Oh has Joshua Schmidt. With 4 YCS champion titles, 4 TCG World Championship qualifications, 3 Master Duel World Championship competitions through 2025, 2023 Master Duel World Champion, around 50 Premier Event top cuts, this makes him one of Europe's most accomplished competitive players ever, as well as claiming the title as one of the most respected educational Yu-Gi-Oh content creators. Long before the community had come to know the powerhouse player Joshua Schmidt, his career began quietly, building a reputation throughout Germany's competitive Yu-Gi-Oh scene. While relatively little has been publicly documented about his early years, one thing was clear: Joshua Schmidt was an exceptionally strong player in his youth. By 2012, at 16 years old, Joshua qualified for the Yu-Gi-Oh World Championship, an achievement that most players would never reach throughout their competitive careers. Although he didn't gain the World Championship title that year, him qualifying helped immediately establish him as one of Europe's most promising young duelists. This was the beginning of a competitive career that would span more than a decade and place him among the game's all-time greats. Many young duelists follow the same path. One breakout season before disappearing into the crowd forever. But Joshua Schmidt was different. Over the next several years, he became one of the most consistent players throughout Europe. Regional victories, national success, and strong runs at premier events were seemingly the norm for Josh. His reputation grew even larger due to his strategic mind, showing that he rarely relied on uncontrollable factors like luck and had genuine skill and talent for the game. He became known as one of the most strategic players in the game and was respected for his ability to make insane technical plays and his perfect decision making even over the course of long tournaments where one mistake could mean the end. Then came his most memorable
Joshua Schmidt,
breakthrough yet.
first of all, congrats with your victory at YCS Madrid. How does it feel to finally...
In 2014, Josh won his first YCS title at YCS Madrid. Winning a YCS is considered one of the highest achievements in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, and many talented players spend their entire careers chasing just one YCS championship title. And now Josh earned his first, but he didn't stop there. As the years passed, more top finishes followed him. Another World Championship qualification, more premier event appearances, and more respect from the competitive community. In 2017, he took another YCS title in Prague, and by this point, Josh wasn't just one of the best players in Europe. He was becoming one of the best players in the world. While many champions experience incredible highs, followed by steep declines, Josh would overcome this as he became largely known for his consistency and placing extremely well at even the most challenging of events. He qualified for the World Championship again in 2017, then again in 2018, then again in 2019. 4 World Championship appearances placed him among an incredibly small group of elite players within the TCG. Tournament after tournament, format after format, Josh was masterfully able to continue producing results as the game itself seemed to constantly evolve around him. By the end of the decade, his resume included dozens of premier event top cuts, multiple YCS victories, and community-wide recognition as one of the strongest technical players Yu-Gi-Oh has ever seen. Then everything changed.
Like, he's been playing the game for years now. Joshua Schmidt, known as one of the up there pro players and all that stuff, has recently been banned from tournament play because
at YCS Utrecht in early 2020, tournament officials discovered that 3 copies of Pot of Desires in Joshua's deck were noticeably more warped than the rest of his cards. Officials ruled that the cards constituted marked cards, and Josh was given a 1-year suspension from organized play. Josh strongly denied intentionally marking his deck, explaining that the copies were older US printings that naturally warped over time. The decision immediately sparked debate throughout the competitive community. Some players believed the punishment was justified under tournament policy regardless of Josh's intent, while others argued the ruling was excessively harsh and there was no evidence supporting Josh attempting to gain an unfair advantage. Regardless of where people stood, the suspension became just another one of modern Yu-Gi-Oh's controversies in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. Then only weeks later, the COVID-19 pandemic shut down organized play across the world. With tournaments canceled for months, Josh's suspension became far less impactful than previously intended. Still, the controversy would remain a big part of his career for many members of the competitive community. While physical tournaments were gone for the meantime, Josh shifted his focus to something entirely new.
Maxi was released all the way back in 2011.
He launched a YouTube channel. Rather than chasing trends or opening packs or comedy videos, he made an incredibly smart choice. He leaned into what he knew the best: competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! His videos broke down tournament decisions, explained deck building theories, analyzed ban lists, and taught viewers how to look at the game as if they were professional players as well. This channel became a goldmine for serious players and was the exact kind of educational content the community needed. As the channel steadily grew, Josh also embraced streaming, and eventually transitioned into full-time content creation. His competitive knowledge and next-level game IQ found a new audience. When organized play made a return, so did Josh. Instead of fading after controversy and the years without traditional in-person competition, he immediately reminded the masses why he's considered one of the game's greatest. He won YCS Utrecht in 2022. Then came a new format for him to conquer. Konami released Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, creating a global digital competitive scene unlike anything ever seen before. And Josh adapted almost instantly. In 2023, he won the inaugural Master Duel World Championship along with teammates Emery Kisleitz and Jack Rory Steenkamer. After more than a decade of competing at the highest level, Josh finally became a world champion. It wasn't just another tournament victory, it was the defining achievement of his career. Josh's success didn't stop after becoming world champion. His team returned to the Master Duel World Championship in 2024 and finished as runner-ups, proving their previous victory was no fluke. Meanwhile, his YouTube channel continued growing into one of the most respected educational resources in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, thousands of players study his deck profiles, tournament analysis, and strategic breakdowns before major events. In many ways, Josh's influence extends beyond the tournaments he wins now. He's helping shape an entire generation of competitive players' mindsets. Josh's career isn't remarkable because of every tournament he won, but because of how he withstood the test of time. He rose as a teenage prodigy, established himself as one of Europe's greatest competitors, faced one of the most controversial moments of his career, reinvented himself as an educator, and ultimately achieved what every competitive player dreams of becoming: a world champion.
Joshua Schmidt, first of all, congrats with your victory at YCS Madrid. How does it feel to finally win a YCS?
Finally, we tried it so long.